Atlantic Ocean. Night. A tanker carrying thousands of tons of crude oil is slowly crossing the open sea. From the outside, it looks like an ordinary ship, but in reality, it is one of the most complex objects ever created by man. Because on a ship this big, even the slightest misalignment of cargo can change the behavior of the entire ship. The most dangerous thing for a tanker is not the sea, it's what's inside it. Why are ships deliberately filled with seawater? Oil is a fluid that doesn't stay still. At sea, it shifts around inside the ship, which throws the ship off balance. The bigger the ship, the harder it is to control this process. That's why the tanker's hull is divided into dozens of separate compartments. But the real question, why are parts of the ship deliberately filled with seawater? Let's take a closer look. An empty oil tanker is in even more danger than a full tanker. Without a ton of cargo, this steel giant becomes a giant, uncontrollable trap. At this moment, the massive propeller is partially above the water, spinning violently in the air, creating vibrations that could tear the engine from its mount. Designers call it deflection. When the ship's bow and stern rise to the crest of the wave, the center is suspended in the air for a few seconds. The steel plates are under such tension that the ship could split in two at any moment. To control this force, engineers fill the ship with the weight of the sea. Hidden ballast tanks inside the double bottom absorb thousands of tons of water, restoring the ship's proper balance. In July 2006, the Cougar Ace, carrying about 5,000 cars, suffered a valve failure during a ballast change near the Aleutian Islands. Within minutes, the ship listed at a 60-degree angle. The power went out, and people were trapped in a maze of steel. For weeks, salvagers have been riding the ship, calculating every kilogram of liquid. This proves the water inside the ship is a very fickle substance. But replacing the ballast is not the only solution. As soon as the oil room is emptied, volatile gases begin to accumulate inside. A single spark is enough to cause this massive ship to explode. In December 1969, 3 supertankers, the Marpessa, the Mactra, and the Kong Haakon 7, caught fire at about the same time. The ships were empty, and the crew was flushing the tanks with high-pressure water. As a solution, engineers developed a remarkable technology. The ship breathes its own exhaust gas. The engine exhaust is cooled, washed, and pumped into the empty tanks with oxygen levels below 5%, which completely eliminates the possibility of a fire. So it turns out, an oil tanker is not just a collection of steel and oil. It's a perfect balance of physics, engineering, and human ingenuity. Ballast, gas controls, every system serves one purpose: to carry thousands of tons of dangerous goods safely to their destination, even in a storm.